Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought today we would have a look at a bunch of little news items that have come out from War Thunder over the last day. There was an update, but I don't think there's been a changelog yet, and also there are a few things happening over the weekend that sound pretty fun. There also might be a Moments of Valor video coming, since at least in the Datamine, it talked about a Moments of Valor Spain pack coming with some cool titles, and also some other stuff. So, if that ends up launching today, we'll make sure to have a look for you. As always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe, and also like the video. Let's get started. Just wanted to mention before we get started, Battlefield 6 comes out today, and I'm going to play through the single-player campaign. Been looking forward to it for a long time. We're going to stream it on Twitch. I might upload it to this YouTube channel, we'll see. Depends how I'm feeling kind of on the weekend. But yeah, just come and check it out if you want, and see what's kind of going on with it. We start off with another fair play, and a bunch more accounts have been banned this month. 3,520 accounts have been found to violate the rules, basically the same one that they violate every time, so the use of bots or cheat software. Now remember, when it comes to these things, a lot of people try and nick accounts and then either cheat on them or boost on them or use them as bots to boost other accounts with, so just make sure to have a handle on that. You can use the Gaijin Pass or the Google Authenticator as a two-factor authentication option. The cool thing about the Gaijin Pass is it literally tells you where your account was logged in from, so therefore you can work out what's been going on with it, and if there's just a weird login from a weird area of the world, then you're able to kind of, well, do something about it. The banned accounts amount isn't huge, but at the same time, they've been banning accounts pretty much every month for, what, like 2 years now? And you can also see the full list of the banned players if you want to. I've never really understood why, but maybe people want to have a look and see if people have been banned that they've reported. Gaijin did add that feature, which is pretty cool, where it tells you in-game if a report has been actioned upon. I think that's actually really cool, so people can get a sense of gratification for technically doing the right thing. Another piece of news is that there are some more esports drops this weekend. So basically on the 11th and the 12th, usually they start the streams in the morning, at least PST, there will be some more free stuff that you can get on the esports streams. You have a 50% RP booster for 10 battles, a 50% SL booster for 10 battles, 1 day of premium, a Thrust Master decal, which they recently just added to the files. You also have a Masters of the Sky player background, and also the Spitfire F Mark 14E number 28 Squadron RAF Kuala Lumpur, Malaya 1946 camouflage. This camouflage is really nice, and also, at the same time, it is actually historical, unlike the last camouflage. So for me, I always prefer the historical camouflages compared to others, and it's just really nice to see. We'll be streaming on the weekend, so I can kind of point you towards where you need to go when it comes to the esports streams, and also there might be some active matter drops as well at the same time. Nothing's been announced, but they've done some drops for basically the last 3 weeks, so it'd be a little bit weird if they didn't do any for this one, but as I said, nothing's been announced yet, so I suppose stick to the Twitch channel so we can see what kind of goes on. But make sure to get your free stuff. As always, it's nice to have it and get involved in the community side of things, and that's one way of doing it. So talking about the Datamines, there's some information inside of them. First of all, as I said, you got the new decal, which is the Thrustmaster 2025 one. I think it looks quite nice, and once again, if you don't know, Thrustmaster basically sponsor a lot of the esports stuff when it comes to War Thunder, so that's where that setup comes from. You also have the Z11WA. There's a new cockpit, and also placeholder text has been removed from the Z11, so if you really enjoy that aircraft, or, well, the helicopter, you can have a look at it. Also, the EFVP-1, the splashboard and water jet FX have changed. They look really nice, actually, and if you didn't see in one of the recent changelogs, I kind of talked about it the other day, but they did change the kind of water effects around vehicles, and basically it just looks nicer. There's more ripples, there's a little bit more froth, There's many different things going on with that. And also, there is a new camo, which is coming in for the F2000A. This is the C1724. This is the one that's replacing the German one. Basically, it's just the Spanish skin, but they're just putting it on a different Eurofighter, so it looks like the German one won't get access to it, which kind of sucks, but we'll have to see what goes on with it. And then there is some interesting things coming in for the Moments of Valor. Obviously, we talked about the camos the other day, and it was obviously going to be a Moments of Valor for Spain, but there is now, at least in the files, a Moments of Valor bundle, which is called Todo por la Patria. And then also the title that you can get is Everything for the Fatherland, which is an interesting title, let's be honest. So at least it's there so people can have a bit of fun with it. And also, there is probably going to be some other stuff going on this weekend too, but I don't think it's been announced yet, so maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll see in the future. Another thing that's randomly happening is the HMS Iron Duke is on sale. Basically, this vehicle is going to be available from the 10th until the 13th of October at a discount of 30%. So if you want to pick it up, you can. Basically, it's the anniversary of its launch, and you can get this vehicle. Now, the Iron Duke itself, obviously it's part of the Iron Duke class. When it comes to the British, they have quite a lot of 7.0s. You got the Repulse, of course, the Marlborough, which is the Iron Duke in the standard tech tree. You also have the Renown, and also some friends around 7.3 and 7.7. Now, because of the highest BR being 8.7 nowadays, it actually means that the Iron Duke got heavy decompression, which helped it out quite a lot, and I think generally that is actually quite nice for the vehicle. It still relies on the 13.5-inch guns when other nations have much larger guns, and also the secondary battery isn't exactly fantastic, only 12 6-inch cannons and 2 4-inch ones. If you compare that to the Marlborough, this one also has a very, very similar setup to it, since it is the version from 1927. The Iron Duke right here is from 1928, and yeah, so you're basically just getting a premium version of what's already in the tech tree. The armor is fine. For a battleship, it has a good old kind of belt of 304.8. It also has 203 above that, and also you have the core bunkers underneath, which give you a ridiculous amount of armor for some reason, even after the changes. And then also on the turrets themselves, you get the 279.4 millimeters, which once again is not as much as some other vehicles, but generally not too bad. And as I said, the main thing and the main reason why you play this thing is because of the simple fact that they massively decompressed the BRs and kept this thing's bonuses and also rewards. So you have an APC Mark IIIA, which is right here, pens nearly 600, and also keeps a pretty good TNT equivalent of 14.1 kilos. Then also you have the one which pens pretty well as well, the Mark IA, which gives you 22 kilos of TNT equivalent. If you want to chance it, you also have an SAPC-BC, which has a lot of explosive mass and a decent amount of pen, and then also a HE shell, which has 90 kilos of TNT, which you can lob at somebody. Now, the only thing that I personally don't like about this vehicle, but this is not just the Iron Duke, this is many others as well, is the reload. Basically, this thing fires 2 rounds a minute aced, so you basically sat there for half the time, not really able to do anything, and that just kind of sucks. So I suppose you have a lot of time to work on your positioning, because you won't be doing much while just waiting for those cannons to reload. So yeah, if you want to pick up the Iron Duke, it is available at least over the weekend. So make sure to pick it up if you're interested. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.